Okay, we're joined by head coach Ronald Hughey of Houston. Coach, thanks for joining us this late hour. Congratulations on the win and on advancing. We just take your opening statement from you, and then we'll open up to questions, please.
Thank you so much. First of all, I'll just say hats off to a strong ECU team. I know those folks over there, and I know they are going to get the program back to where it needs to be. Just want to say congrats to our team. You know, we're shorthanded without Diamond, our point guard, and she's 50-50, can play tomorrow, and we're going to, evaluate her and see. And so we had to have a gritty group to step up and be able to take on the extra that was required, and they did that. Did a great job on just rebounding the basketball and get to the free throw line. We wanted to get a lot of paint touches and have an opportunity just to share the basketball. We ended up with 14 assists, but again, at the end of the day, the win is the thing that we're most proud of.
Okay, we'll open up to questions, please. We can start with Joseph Duarte from the Houston Chronicle.
Hey, good evening, Ron.
Hey, Joe, how's it going?
Good. At this point, the message to your team, I'm sure, is, kind of have to win, keep winning in terms of NCAA term. To have that message and to see them go out there, how do you feel now getting that first one out of the way?
It definitely feels good to get a win because, our last game we lost. So you always want to come back on a positive note. We're not even thinking about the NCAA tournament right now because we got to take care of business here. It's a one-game tournament, as I talked to the girls about, because again, you can't look at it as 2 or 3 games. You got to look at it one game at a time. And right now, UCF is in front of us, so we just got to do everything we can to take care of our own business and not rely on help from anybody else. So, and that's the thing that I love. We're in a situation where we win and we can increase our chances, and that's where we want to be.
Take other questions for Coach. Feel free to fire away.
Hey, Coach, how are you doing tonight?
Great, pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. So freshman Layla Blair had another team high with 19 points yet again. I think it's her 3rd time doing it this season. Can you just talk about the role she's been able to play and been able to step up just throughout the season and how her role has just continued to grow as time goes on?
When we recruited Layla, we had all these aspirations in mind because she put the work in and we knew the type of player that she could be. We just needed her to come in and take care of her conditioning, because from high school to college, it's a faster pace, stronger, make sure she was strong enough to endure the contact, and then mentally strong enough to endure the season. Her high school season would have been over probably 2 weeks ago now, but she's still going. So her body and her mind still has to endure those things. And I'm really, really proud of her, just like the rest of our staff, because again, she puts in the work to be able to put herself in a position to be successful. But the thing I'm disappointed about is she keeps missing these free throws. She's probably got 18,000 shots this year because they have to shoot 1,000 a week. And she, get more than her share of shots. And I don't know what's going on with this free throw, but we're going to figure it out.
Go next to Mark Berman, please.
Congratulations, Ron.
Thank you, Mark.
So was there any celebrating in the locker room? Was it a business-like approach?
No, we celebrate them all, Mark. It's too short. COVID, everything that's going on, families can't hardly get here to the game, limited seatings, tickets, all of this stuff. It's just so many obstacles and so many things. We want to be able to cherish the moment. I got so many calls from so many coaches saying, enjoy the moment. I never enjoyed the moment. This was other head coaches. I put so much pressure on myself and my kids that we never celebrated the wins. And this was coaches that went to the Sweet 16 and Elite Eights and things like that. Some of them are still coaching and some of them are not coaching. And they said, do one thing, enjoy it with your kids and celebrate, have fun. Don't make it such a high pressure, intense moment, because your kids need to play well and be loose, but enjoy the moment. And that's what we're doing. We're celebrating like we normally do after every game.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll go back to Joseph Duarte, please.
Ron, as you enjoy the moment and you see the steps of this season that you're taking that maybe haven't happened in a while, what do you tell the team about making the semifinals? You guys have never done that, and just being another stepping stone on to a bigger goal.
Yeah, we just keeping that number one goal in mind. You know, the thing is, Joseph, we were picked 7th, and the girls still wearing that chip on their shoulder. You know, they named this season Redemption. And then on the back half of that, we started saying respect is earned. So again, we're not going into anything expecting anybody to give us anything. And so we're not even looking at history or things like that. We're just playing a one game at a time. You know, the whole Tom Herman 1-0 every week. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep focus on that because again, my seniors are hurt except for, Erica, who was not here last year, who sat out. And this is her first year here. So we're babies. We're freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. So, we got a couple, and one junior that's playing. So they don't even know about that. So we're just keeping it all focused and staying in the moment. And that's the thing that I wanted them to do.
Ron, what was your view of what happened there during the game? And did you have to kind of gather your team, tell them, look, settle down. We can't, let something like that affect us or, cause somebody to get thrown out or ejected or technical, that kind of stuff?
Exactly. When they came to the huddle and we were trying to figure it, they were trying to figure it out, and we was like, forget it, we're moving on. So we started talking about the press break because we was turning the ball over and getting trapped. We want to make sure we got our right alignment, the right person taking the ball out and all of that. And so then they came to me and told me it was a little scuffle. They thought somebody pulled somebody's hair and somebody bumped somebody. It wasn't even clear on the camera. So we just moved on. We just wanted to keep the main thing.
Time for 1 or 2 more for Coach. All right, hearing none, we'll let you get some rest, Coach. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, we'll give you another assist for that one, Layla. Thanks for joining us. We're joined by Layla Blair from Houston. And we just fire away with questions, please.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Layla, how are you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. Congrats on the win. With this being your first postseason game in college, how does it compare to postseason games in high school and in the past time for you?
Well, it's really sweet because my last year in high school, I didn't get to experience the postseason. We didn't get to go to playoffs. So I really cherish these moments and I really embrace it because it's a blessing. And I thank God that I had the opportunity just to play in the postseason.
Layla, Coach was saying that, you want to enjoy the moment, but it's still very businesslike because you know that you have a quick turnaround. But does it mean something to you guys to obviously get past this first game and get into the semifinals and continue the season, continue the goal, towards getting into the tournament?
Yeah, you can't. I live on a motto, you can't worry about the future too much because today has its own worries. So you have to be in right now. So I feel just embracing right now and taking it one game at a time. And we do that, we'll be okay. But we do have to count our blessings, which we did get the win, and we are going to the semifinals and embrace it. But we continue to move forward and continue to have a motivated mindset to just continue to do what we do best. And just try to get the win game after game, but it's one game at a time.
Other questions for Layla? All right, thanks, Layla. Appreciate you giving us a few minutes.
Thank you, guys.
Tomorrow. Okay, we're joined by East Carolina head coach Kim McNeill. Coach, thanks for joining us. Give us a few minutes tonight. If we could just get your opening thoughts on the game, and then we'll open up to questions.
Sure. Hats off to Houston. They played a really good game. Really good team. They play hard, for 40 minutes. They, their defensive pressure, speeds you up and sometimes make you do things that you don't want to do, but I thought both teams played extremely hard tonight. I thought both teams fought to the end, that's the first thing I said to my team when I went into the locker room. I can't question their effort. I can't question their fight because I thought we fought, for 40 minutes. We just, some crucial turnovers in some crucial situations, when we're about to make a run and then we turn the ball over. And then I thought we didn't do a good job of boxing out on the defensive end of the floor. We allowed them, to get too many second chance points and then too many points off of free throws. And a lot of that was off of the lack of us boxing out. You look at the stat sheet, we make 25 shots, they make 22, but the difference is we went 0 for 17 from the 3. They went 7 for 22, and then they get 22 points off of free throws. So, I'm proud of my team. I thought they played really, really hard. I just thought, we've got to do a better job on the boards and then taking care of the ball, in some of those crucial situations.
Okay, we'll take questions now for Coach McNeill. Feel free to fire away with your questions.
Coach, when you just look at the end of the season, you had a couple wins late in the regular season, and then tonight I'm sure is frustrating or maybe disappointing way to end it. But what do you just kind of take away from this year and in the last kind of 5 or 6 games, kind of heading into the off season?
Ronnie, I just go back, we can take it all the way back to the spring when, the whole pandemic happened and their lives changed, the whole country's lives changed. And, we didn't have a postseason, and then kind of coming in, sporadically during the summer. We asked a lot out of these young ladies this year, with the sacrifices that they made, from their, social life, not being able to go home, going right to dorms, to the practice, to the apartments or whatever. And I tell them every day, they're the heroes, because I thought my team did an unbelievable job handling the virus. We didn't have any games canceled because of us. We had 0 cases during the season. So, that's a huge sacrifice that they made. And it was just a crazy year, a really, really crazy year. We're a team that we really thrive off of, being together, spending time together, being a family. And I think that piece hurt our chemistry throughout the year. We didn't get to play as many non-conference games. We didn't get to, we're a team that spent a lot of time with each other outside of the court, whether it's, at my house for dinners or just, hanging out. And we weren't able to do that. And I think that really hurt our chemistry on the floor. And we just never really got our cohesiveness together and our chemistry together with, going from last year from Taz and Monk really being our only true scorers. And then this year implementing 2 other kids and just figuring out that chemistry. I never thought that we really got that chemistry. You saw it in spurts, but I thought, we needed some work with our chemistry, but, we got better. We did. The other day I was comparing our stats from last year to this year, and almost every stat got better. We dropped off steals a little bit. We dropped off turnovers a little bit, but our field goal percentage got better. Our 3-point field goal percentage got better. Our rebounding got better. Our assists got better. Everything got better. So we're going in the right direction. And I know it doesn't show in the win-loss column, but we're going in the right direction, and we're taking this program the way it needs to be going.
When you look at tonight, the second quarter, and they hit that 3-pointer at the halftime buzzer, and y'all had a couple ties there. Was that a key point? Not only that shot, but just the way they closed the first half of momentum and kind of took that into halftime. I think that was a key point of the game at all.
Well, I thought it was a key point to how they had been hurting us the whole first half, and that was transition offense. We didn't do a good job of stopping the ball, and we allowed them to get too deep into the paint. And we talked about that. That was one of the keys to winning the game, was we had to be really good in transition defense, and we had to stop the ball. And I thought that play was kind of, show the whole first half, because we were back in the paint. We never stopped the ball, and she just stepped into it and knocked down a 3. And we had done that a lot the whole first half. And, that's what the transition D in the first half, stopping them, not allowing them, to get into the paint. One of the keys to winning was, we know they like to take a lot of threes. We know they like to shoot a lot of threes, but a lot of that comes off of penetration and getting into the paint. So one of our goals was to keep them out of the paint so that we could take away those threes. And I didn't think we didn't really do a good job of doing that.
Other questions for Coach? All right, Coach McNeill, thanks for giving us a few minutes this late hour. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, and joined now by Tanaya Thompson. Tanaya, we just go right to questions if we can.
Tonight we just talked to Coach, and she mentioned the 3-point, the team not making a 3-pointer tonight. How much as a player is that maybe difficult? I know you're a shooter as well. Is it tough to keep shooting those and not seeing those threes down or go down? How tough was that?
It was definitely tough. 0 for 17 from a 3-point line, but we just had to keep fighting, regardless if the shots are hitting or not. We couldn't give up, and I don't think we gave up in the end. So.
Tonight, obviously, this was a tough year with COVID implications. So, just what can you take from a year like this moving forward?
I just say, even though we have these regulations and things, just listen to your coaches. Just like us, we didn't have any cancellations this year, so we were good on that aspect. But also just, just staying in the gym and just staying consistent would be the biggest thing.
Any further questions? Great. Thank you, Tanaya, for giving us a couple of minutes. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.